Meghan Markle. Let's just, if we can, I'm sure you've seen it 575 times, let's remind ourselves of what Meghan yesterday, because as you said, you expect bland telly, goes straight in and slags the Ros. This lady...
What if I told you Meghan's Bloomberg interview wasn't a mistake, but a calculated revelation that exposed her fatal dependency? Jeremy Kyle and Matt Wilkinson didn't just critique her performance. They unveiled the psychological prison she's built, where every attempt at independence leads back to the monarchy she claims to hate. The mask didn't slip. It shattered completely.
I'm just being myself. So I think probably it was different several years ago, where I couldn't be as vocal and I had to renew.
The real battlefield isn't public relations or brand building. It's narrative ownership, and Meghan just revealed she owns nothing. Every venture she launches, Netflix, Spotify, American Riviera Orchard, requires the royal connection to generate interest. Jeremy Kyle identified the trap immediately. She's selling independence while being entirely dependent on the institution she abandoned. The Bloomberg interview was supposed to showcase the new Meghan. Instead, it proved she doesn't exist without the old grievances.
But it is an example of when you're able to dress the way you want to dress and you're able to say the things that are true and you're able to show up in a space really organically and authentically. That's being comfortable in your own skin. And that
Meghan's strategic miscalculation was believing financial journalism audiences would buy emotional manipulation. Bloomberg viewers analyze numbers, not narratives. They evaluate business models, not victimhood claims. By bringing palace grudges to a financial platform, she revealed her complete inability to exist outside the royal drama framework. She thought she was expanding her audience. She was exposing her limitations to investors who matter.
Mask slips there. She can't help but go back to old grudges that she's buried away in the back of her mind that just jump out once you ask her the question. And that she said they're silly examples. They are silly examples. It's about, as you say, panty.
The timing reveals coordination. Jeremy Kyle and Matt Wilkinson's immediate analysis wasn't random commentary. They were ready with talking points, prepared narratives, synchronized messaging. Someone wanted this interview dissected instantly, ensuring Meghan's words couldn't be spun positively later. The speed of the takedown suggests prior knowledge of what she'd say. They knew she'd return to old grievances because that's all she has.
Bloomfield, right? Bloomfield. Did I say that right, Bloomfield? Bloomfield, that's a shop. Bloomberg. And interestingly, their sort of financials, quite serious journalism. So it begged a question yesterday.
Netflix's positioning matters strategically. Kyle's speculation about them preparing for divorce content isn't gossip. It's business intelligence. Streaming platforms hedge bets constantly. By developing separate Harry and Meghan content streams, they're creating post-divorce assets. This isn't supporting a couple. It's strip mining a relationship for content before it implodes. Netflix sees what Meghan doesn't. Her value decreases daily while divorce drama increases exponentially.
I was kind of disappointed because I watched that show.
Yeah.
I came away thinking, all right, she's moved on. This is a new Meghan, a new brand. We're seeing what's happening with her. Just let her go and do it. She's uncontroversial. Then I'm tearing my hair out.
Yeah.
The psychological mechanism at work is called narrative collapse. When someone's entire identity depends on a single story, any deviation destroys everything. Meghan can't discuss business without mentioning royalty, can't promote products without referencing palace life, can't move forward without looking backward. This isn't choice, it's compulsion. Her neural pathways are so deeply grooved toward royal grievance that she literally cannot think differently.
And I was losing money. I said to Kizzy, why are you still, do you think they're still doing it? And she said, because they are being clever. When those two split, they'll be in the box.
Harry's Diana documentary timing isn't coincidental. It's synchronized destruction. While Meghan implodes on Bloomberg, Harry mines his mother's memory again. This parallel exploitation reveals their business model's bankruptcy. They're not creating new value. They're recycling old traumas with diminishing returns. The public sees through it now. Even Diana's legacy can't save them because they've exhausted that emotional well. The palace's silence strategy reaches perfection here. By not responding to Meghan's Bloomberg interview, they transform her complaints into monologue. She's not fighting anyone. She's shadowboxing with herself publicly. Every grievance she airs without response makes her look more unstable. The monarchy discovered the ultimate weapon, letting Meghan talk until she destroys herself. American Riviera Orchard's quiet scaling back reveals investor flight. Business partners don't care about royal drama. They care about ROI. Meghan's Bloomberg performance showed potential investors she can't separate personal grievance from professional presentation. Who invests in someone who turns financial interviews into therapy sessions? The brand isn't failing from poor products. It's failing because its founder can't stop self-destructing publicly. The mask slip terminology Jeremy Kyle used is psychologically precise. Masks require constant energy to maintain. When someone's exhausted, desperate, or triggered, the mask falls. But Meghan's situation is worse. The mask didn't slip. It disintegrated. What emerged wasn't hidden authenticity, but revealed emptiness. There's no real Meghan beneath the performance. She is the grievance. Remove it and nothing remains. Social media's immediate mockery represents collective pattern recognition. The public simultaneously realized Meghan's entire act is repetition. Same complaints, same victims, same narrative, different platform. The Bloomberg interview didn't reveal new information. It confirmed what everyone suspected. Meghan has nothing else to offer. She's a one-song artist whose song no longer charts. The business implications cascade beyond current ventures. Future partners now see Meghan as toxic asset, not because of controversy, but because of predictability. She'll hijack any platform for personal grievance. She'll transform any opportunity into royal complaint session. She'll make everything about her past instead of anyone's future. That's uninvestable. That's unmarketable. That's professional suicide. Jeremy Kyle's point about Netflix betting on divorce reveals industry consensus. Everyone sees the end coming except Meghan. Studios, streaming platforms, publishers, they're all positioning for the collapse. Not because they're cruel, but because they're practical. The Sussex brand is dying. The divorce content might be valuable. They're simply following the money, and the money leads away from marriage towards separation. This creates a template for destroying manufactured personas. Give them prestigious platforms where their usual tricks don't work. Watch them default to comfortable grievances. Document the inability to adapt. The person destroys themselves by revealing they're one-dimensional. Meghan thought Bloomberg elevated her. It exposed her as someone who can't exist outside victimhood performance. Future public figures will study this as masterclass in self-destruction. The lesson isn't about avoiding interviews. It's about having genuine substance beyond grievance. Meghan's collapse proves that victimhood as identity eventually exhausts audiences. People want growth, evolution, progress. Meghan offers only repetition, stagnation, regression. The Bloomberg interview became her professional obituary. In your own life, this reveals how narrative addiction destroys opportunity. When you can only tell one story about yourself, you become that story's prisoner. Every new situation gets forced into old frameworks. Every fresh start becomes another version of past complaint. Growth requires releasing old narratives, not perfecting their performance. The universal lesson transcends celebrity drama. Identity built on opposition to something else isn't identity at all. It's dependency disguised as independence. Meghan claims she's moved beyond the monarchy while proving she can't exist without it. That's not freedom. That's the deepest possible imprisonment, needing your enemy to exist. What Jeremy Kyle and Matt Wilkinson really exposed wasn't Meghan's mask slipping. It was the revelation that there was never anything beneath it. The grievance wasn't covering authenticity. The grievance was all there was. And now that it's exhausted, now that audiences won't buy it, now that platforms won't fund it, Meghan faces the terrifying truth. Without the monarchy to fight against, she doesn't exist at all.